As you're thinking through this today, remember you don't have to be the expert that's had 47 years experience. Sometimes just being a chapter ahead is all you need. And I want you to remember that. Lean into this as a craft that could last a lifetime. Remember, this framework is the foundation for whatever you want to build. So today we're going to talk about the power of the bullseye. Silly analogies. I used to teach this as the power of the dot, but now I teach it the power of the bullseye. I'll explain that in a little bit. My whole frame is to get you to go, what the hell would I offer? Or if what I'm offering is good, can I make it better? To, at the end of this half hour, go, God damn it, that's exactly what I could teach. Whether you want to do a course, a workshop, write a book, be a consultant, be a coach or a coaching program or a membership site. Want to know a secret? The framework is all the same. One more thing, that voice, before I get to the training, that voice that'll come in and say, hey, this might be too much. Hey, you're an introvert. Those things are going to come. And I just want to remind you to anchor in why it's important you're here. You guys all have reasons that you're here, right? Some of you are moving away from something that's just not serving your heart. Some of you want to move towards a bigger future. Some of you know you're meant to serve, meant to grow. You know you're meant for more. You want to multiply your value. You want to get in the right boat and row in the right direction with the right people. You want to feel connected. You all have your reasons for being here. When that second voice comes in and tries to talk you out of it, that's when you have to go deep on that why. The freedom, the joy, retiring your wife, retiring your husband, making sure your kids are okay, leaning into the man or woman you're meant to be, not who you're settling to be. Whatever your dream is, we have to remember that, and you should put it on your journal and write it on every page today, because that is the type of thing that drives you to go, no, I'm listening to the voice of I can, not I can't. Okay, let's get to training. As you're thinking through this today, remember you don't have to be the expert that's had 47 years experience. Sometimes just being a chapter ahead is all you need. And I want you to remember that. Lean into this as a craft that could last a lifetime. Remember, this framework is the foundation for whatever you want to build. So I want to share something with you. I created a course called The Winning State of Mind about 10 years ago. But with that framework of building a course that I shot mostly on my phone, on a whiteboard, and it was just about how I found a state of mind that kept me winning. The course went so viral that I took that same course and I extracted it and I made the topics of the course, I made that into my book, and it was called Millionaire Success Habits. We launched the book, it sold 1 million copies. The thing went viral and went crazy with the same framework. And it did so good that we started a high-level mastermind, and guess what framework I used? I used the same principles that were in the course and in the book to do a 6-figure mastermind at the time. So I only share that because I don't want you to get stuck on which direction. Get anchored in the foundation. Make sense? All right. So now we're going to talk about the bullseye. And this is something I think can really, let's go over the whiteboard. Come on over. So there is I think it's maybe more now, 7 billion people on the earth. My first course was Motor Millions. Yes, sounds cheesy. I had to do an infomercial back in the 90s because there was no other way to get to people. I had to create booklets. Motor Millions was one specific thing. So let me get back to this bullseye. When I started thinking, my God, I'm not the best at cars. I don't know how to start a new car dealership. I don't know how to help somebody make $100,000 a month in cars. And I started thinking, and that's where I was getting overwhelmed. And all of a sudden when I started thinking, no, but I'm not teaching people, 7 billion people. I'm just teaching people how to make some extra money with cars. And not somebody that wants to get rich, someone that maybe wants to make a couple $1,000s a month. I had a strategy where I used to run ads in the classified ads. And the ads simply said, if you're looking to sell your car, call me. And then I would get all these calls, I would list them, and I'd repost them with a better ad. And then I'd sell the car and make $1,000 or $2 in the middle, okay? Not super elegant, but when I started thinking I could help somebody make a couple $1,000s a month, all of a sudden my confidence grew when I said it's not new car dealerships, it's not millions of dollars, it's someone in this bullseye that just wants to make a few $1,000s extra a month by flipping one car. My confidence went up. I made the decision to build the course, and that bullseye still had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people in it. And as I'm doing Motor Millions, I realized what had made me more money than anything while I was working on cars was real estate. And I was on my 15th or 16th deal. I wasn't making hundreds of millions of dollars, but I had some momentum. I had 15 or 16 houses under my belt, had about 20 rental properties because some of them were multifamily. And then I started building houses. And I said, well, crap, I'm gonna teach people how I did real estate. And as crazy as it sounds, I had already had some success with Motor Millions. I built a course called Think a Little Different to teach people how to do real estate. And guess what happened again? Same voice came in. You're not that big of an expert in real estate. There's people richer. There's certain people that just want to learn from you. Somebody's made to just hear your voice. So long story short, I go through the same issue again. I'm like, I'm not releasing real estate. There's too much out there. Until I went to the Bullseye. I said, well, wait a minute. I don't know anything about buying multifamily at the time, big multifamily. Like there's people who buy 100 doors, like big apartment complexes. But that's not what I'm teaching. And I'm like, but there's some people who want to buy strip malls and commercial. I don't know anything about that. That's not what I'm teaching. And there's some people that want to make a ton of money, get rich really fast. That's not what I'm teaching either. But in this Bullseye, if someone wanted to start real estate and realize how I did 15, 17 deals, I've done thousands since then, but my first program, I said, could I teach someone new in real estate how to get their first deal? Confidence went through the roof. I'm like, hell yes, I can do that. That's what I've done so well. My first 4 or 5 deals was with no money down. So I built a course around this small little section, this Bullseye, and then the only people I went after were people that fit in there. Sometimes we think we got to go broad and big when really the secret to success is going smaller and going after your person, because you can teach that thing. You can teach the thing that you love talking about, the thing that you're good at. It's not all the ways, it's your way. What problem can you solve for others? And when you say a problem you could solve, I don't want you to get stuck of like, well, mine's not a problem. I help people paint. It's a problem. Someone wants to learn how to paint. They don't know how to paint yet. That's a problem. Can you solve that problem? Right? Can you help someone learn to play the piano? Can you help someone fall in love deeper or get through a divorce better because you've been through it? Can you help people with challenged family members? Can you help caretakers? Can you help someone learn a skill, a hobby, a passion? How my brain starts to work is in what area, right? Is it getting through the divorce? Is it helping making sure the kids, it's a child-centered divorce? Is it finding a way to make sure you don't get squirrely on finances and fight and hate each other? Remember, within the thing you can solve, there is a specific thing that you figured out. I told you I was in the car business, but I wasn't in all the car business. I just knew how to match buyers and sellers in a classified ad. I did the real estate. I could help people with real estate, but that's broad. In real estate, I could show you how to get in your first home, right? So as you start thinking about it, how can you go in a niche within a niche? It's real estate, it's divorce. What part of divorce am I good at? Okay? Now the second question is, what dream can you help expedite? You can bring that slide up real quick so people can see it. Number one, what problem can you solve? And number two is, what dream can you help expedite? So sometimes it's just a different framing. I don't solve problems, but I can help people sell better. I can get them to their dreams. I can help people make more money. I can help people be a better parent. I can help people get through diabetes. I can help people. I've been through it. You know, an amazing student from 2 years ago, Own Your Future, she went and had arthritis. She had arthritis and she tried everything. Her mom had arthritis, and the only thing that cured it was going vegan. And once she did, her arthritis stopped getting bad, 20 years worth. She looked at it through both. She's like, I solved the problem, but I also, I bring people, help them expedite where they want to go. Now she helps people go vegan to have a healthy lifestyle. That's the path she feels, and she's doing fantastic. Smart entrepreneurs have been doing it for years, and that's cutting a check for speed. They're cutting a check to go faster, cutting a check so you don't have to go through the experience on your own, and that's why people pay you. You reduce the complexity, you build the bridge, right? So thank you for playing full out here and sharing. So what problem can you solve? What dream can you help expedite? And lastly, what do you love to talk about? Throw that on top of it. What do you love to talk about? What do friends come to you for? Because they know, if I ask Rebecca this, if I ask Tina this, if I ask Joseph this, I'll get good advice. That is your value. So if you combine something you love to talk about anyway, and you combine that with a problem you could solve for others so you could shorten their curve and simultaneously help them get to their outcome and their dream faster, that's the foundation, that's the start. You're on the other side of it in so many cases, and somebody is starting off on day one. You have a lower barrier to entry. You don't have to do an infomercial. You don't have to spend a lot of money, and we have an industry that wants your experience. In fact, without sharing it, you're actually doing people a disservice that need it right now. There's someone that needs your voice. Last one is passion. I'll give you a little secret. These all can be labeled under one, but you need to find the label because maybe you love talking about your passion. Or maybe you love talking about the other side of the mess you're on. Or maybe you want to share that skill. I hope you see that maybe on day one, you're thinking to yourself, well, that's for people like Tony or Dean. It's got to be personal development or teach sales or teach how to make money. That's not where we're at anymore. This business isn't at $1 billion a day because of a small group of people. It's the collective, and it's because people are purchasing because they want what you know. They don't want to go through what you went through if you can allow them to go faster. Remember this, smart entrepreneurs cut checks for speed. Is that true? Do you understand that?